Hi Sagittarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of September 2021. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you in this moment to like the video. Do leave me a comment down below about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis if you so choose. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And do keep in mind as we move forward with the reading that this is intuitive. But we're going to start by pulling a couple messages from the Soul's Journey deck. So I'm going to do the initial shuffling. And keep in mind, general monthly read for the sign of Sagittarius. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And as I catch my breath, make sure to check the other placements within your chart for more messages, okay? And I'm accepting personal reads at this time, requests for which. So just reach out via email. The information is down below in the description box, okay? For Sagittarius, money and career, September 2021. Okay. All right, so pride and surrender. As well as change, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. A feeling that a lot of Sagittariuses are thinking about or moving towards a change within your career. You know, moving to a different job or deciding to start a business or deciding to make a change within your current career choice. Very nice. And so with pride, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. A level of pride being a focus, or you trying to move towards building that pride for what you've accomplished and what you've overcome within the categories of your money and career in the month of September. And surrender, I can release my need to control. And so you feeling the need to at times tighten that grip or to control how everything unravels within your career, your job situation, as well as how your finances proceed, and need to sort of and being reminded by the universe to loosen that grip to a certain extent, to try and allow for things to happen in a natural way, so go with the flow to a certain extent while trusting that beautiful Sagittarius intuition, okay? So with those three said and done, we're going to pull 6 tarot cards from the Light Seers Tarot deck, all right? And so let's do some shuffling, bear with me. Doing one more shuffle this way, just one moment. Alrighty, to continue this intuitive read for our lovely Sagittarius's money and career for September 2021. Okay, beautiful. Let me just pull the 6 real quick. Okay, pretty good energy for the most part. So at the bottom of the deck, the 6 of Cups, a lot of you will be doing a bit of reflection or find yourself being pushed by the universe to think about past past financial situations and decisions, and just feeling the need to reflect to a certain extent, but take a lot of lessons from all of which, and some wisdom, but don't allow yourself to overthink it to the extent of stressing yourself out. Bring it back to the present moment and allow yourself to feel good about all you've overcome and all you've achieved up until this point, and just focus on your present situation as well as your bright future, okay? All right, and so we're moving on to the beginning of the 6-card spread where we have the Wheel. So the month begins and you find yourself doing reflecting, but also just kind of being pushed back to the present moment while things start to fall into place or start to progress for you. I feel like a lot of Sagittariuses will be applying for jobs or finding yourself achieving a step in the right direction in one way, shape, or form. It feels like a lot of you will start to move towards a new position within the same career choice, the same company, or you'll find yourself receiving more clientele for your business or making certain changes once again to your business or your current career choice. A lot of you starting to see the hard work you've been putting in the past months starting to pay off in one way, shape, or form. Feeling like at times it's a bit of a spiral, a bit of a chaotic sort of situation you're dealing with, or just feeling like it's a bit of a battle but that battle starts to pay off as you do what you need to. You know, in this first chunk of the month, it's very much checking off your to-do list, doing what's necessary, fulfilling your individual obligations within your career, and you start to see things happen. You start to see that wheel moving as you get a reminder from the universe that luck is truly on your side, okay? And I do feel like you start off the month on a very proud note. Excuse me, as I do struggle to speak, but you start off feeling very proud of all you've overcome, even if you do kind of slip towards the past a bit. Feeling proud of everything you've achieved and overcome once again, but proud of where you're at, right? Proud of what's to look forward to, what's about to transpire for you within the categories of money and career. Temperance. As you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, a reminder comes through to have patience with oneself, with the people around you, with the situation you're wrapped up in. Those of you looking to obtain a job, to move towards a new career choice, to have patience within the process of applying and, you know, waiting for certain feedback. A feeling that you want to sort of control how things unravel, you know, within your business, career choice, your job, or just getting a job in general. But feeling like, once again, to have patience while you sort of allow yourself to release that grip to a certain extent. A very Four of Pentacles vibe coming through, okay? And I feel like a lot of you will have to instill a bit more balance within your situation, within yourself and your daily routine at this point in the month as well, in order to feel more refreshed and just to kind of be able to take a deep breath, feeling like you might be a little bit anxious or on edge to a certain extent. And to kind of bring back that Sagittarius glow, all right? Ace of Swords. And so you make your way to finish up the first half of the month and your mind is racing, or you just simply find yourself overthinking your current situation or what you've been through. It just feels like mainly, I feel like except for the last two parts of the month, the Six of Cups comes into play. You know, you overthinking what you've been through, you know, the choices you've made. Some of you stressing over paying a bill or two, but just being reminded by the universe to kind of take a deep breath and realize that you'll figure it out, right? A lot of you trying to add an extra source of income onto your situation, but feeling as if at times a change is not easy to sort of be one with, or isn't really the easiest to accomplish. But again, to have patience with yourself in the process, as all of which comes to be. And I do feel like a lot of you will sort of, it's towards the end of this third chunk of the month where your overthinking will sort of make its way to a more peaceful way of being, and you'll see that things come to be in an easier way, that, you know, your mind reflects how things come to be in your life, right? If you stress out, if you overwhelm yourself in your mind and your body, and you become anxious because of all of which, it's gonna be 10 times harder to achieve what you need to, feeling as if it's just a big lesson towards the end of the first half of the month. And I do feel like a lot of you will be seeing animals as a reminder of what's to come, or to, you know, keep a level of peace, or to just kind of take you away from your stresses, maybe at the beginning of this third chunk of the month, okay? And so we're making our way to the Ten of Swords, and I'm being drawn to the stairs here. And I just feel these are very connected to the Change card and the Ace of Swords. But I'm being drawn to the stairs where it feels like a lot of you are just climbing to a new level of success at the end of the first half of the month, or in the first half in general, taking steps in the right direction for you, regardless of how people around you seem to feel about your changes that you're trying to implement, all right? 10 of Swords. And so you begin the second half of the month and there's a level of completion that takes place. You might feel a bit lonely or a bit out of place to a certain extent in your work environment, but a lot of you, again, reflecting on past jobs that came to be and then were completed, whether it was your choice or not, and feeling like a lot of you just want a career choice that's more meant for you, thinking a lot about your destiny, your purpose in life at the beginning of the second half of the month. Some of you might complete a job that just doesn't feel right for you anymore, doesn't sit well with you, or you feel you simply outgrew it to a certain extent, or have outgrown it in general. But being aligned with the wheel, it's a very reflective part of the month where you think about how, I feel I need to hold it this way. You can't have things fall into place and change for you if you don't allow for certain things to complete, right? There's a feeling that a lot of you are making room for something new, something special, something that's meant for you, a new position, or just simply altering your schedule to make time for a new side hobby or a side hustle to bring in some more passive income or more income in general. Feeling as if you are just pushed by the universe to remember that everything's happening for a reason, even if things aren't working perfectly in your favor, but to also remember that your mindset, again, is a huge factor in how things unravel, right? You don't want to manifest a negative outcome or hinder yourself in one way, shape, or form. You don't want to get in your own way, okay? Utilize your beautiful Sagittarius mind to benefit your situation, okay? And we're moving on to the Ten of Pentacles. And very similar to the stairs here, I'm feeling like with the birds, you're flying towards what you deserve. Whether you're ending a situation, changing one in general, adding something onto your situation, just flying towards what you deserve at this time. Financial success and success in your career as well, okay? 10 of Pentacles. So we have 10-10 here. So there's a big focus throughout the month on, again, change and completion, right? Look up the number 1010 and there's a meaning for you. So towards the middle of the second half of the month, I just saw 1111 on the timestamp. That's a beautiful message for you. Wishes coming true in the month or making your way into October. But as you make your way into the middle of the second half of the month, you find yourself focusing on how your financial situation and your career choices up until this point have benefited your family or your friends or the ones you love the most in your life, right? Some of you thinking about accomplishing or gaining a family and certain purchases like a home or an apartment or a car and stuff like that, and all of which coming into play, and you sort of thinking about all of which or some of which in a productive way, but trying not to do it trying not to do it in an overly stressed out way, feeling like you could make your way to overthinking to a certain extent. But being aligned with Temperance is this feeling that whatever you're focusing on, accomplishing in this middle part of the second half of the month, they need to have patience with it, right? To instill more balance in oneself and your routine so that there's a better chance of accomplishing whatever it is you're trying to move towards at this time. Again, a very big focus on completion and new beginnings. But again, that new beginning could be just a big purchase like a car, an apartment once again, or a house. But it could also just be you starting fresh with somebody as you make your way towards more financial success and comfort for yourself. And we're moving on to the Six of Wands to finish up the spread. And so you finish up the month and it feels like all eyes are on Sagittarius. A lot of people within your work environment, your boss, or just clientele, people noticing your business in a different light, in a beautiful, successful light. Heads are turning, people noticing Sagittarius for who they're becoming, right? So it's this kind of split kind of attention. On one end, people are looking at you for all the work you've been putting in and the progress you're about to make or the changes you're implementing. And then on the other end, people are noticing the changes from within, as an individual. A lot of you feeling a bit calmer towards the end of the month, or just some of you feeling a little bit anxious due to all the attention, but just accepting the spotlight. And again, with 1010 being in the bottom half of the spread, and then following up with this where we have the circle completion, the circle of life, if you will, a focus on everything you've accomplished, completed, and ready to begin, and as you move towards all that you deserve at this time. But being aligned with the Ace of Swords, a lot of you are being noticed for your beautiful Sagittarius mind, and to kind of continue to move towards a more simplistic way of thinking and accomplishing the goals that you have set in place at this time. As I feel will add more at the beginning of October, but feeling as if people are noticing you for the intelligence you contain, for the choices you're beginning to make or have made in the past when it comes to your career, or even a lot of people are noticing you for the financial decisions you're making, right? For cleaning up your financial situation, paying off bills, or making certain big purchases, or even small ones. Some of you, noticing or making little purchases to add to your appearance, and it just gaining a level of attention that you desire or enjoy at this time. A few of you, I feel like, may not love the attention, but just to get used to the spotlight, at least for the end of the month. And as you finish up the month, just feel proud of all you've overcome and all the changes you're implementing as you try to loosen your grip and continue moving towards the completion of your individual goals within the category of money and career. All right. And so we're going to finish up this beautiful reading by pulling a message or two from the Small Making Magic deck for Sagittarius to wrap up this money and career read for September. Sun, the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. Love it. So some of you might be aiming towards a level of fame and fortune when it comes to your business or your career in general. But regardless, it's as if the sun's shining on you when you're in a bit of the spotlight, especially towards the end of the month once again, and allowing yourself to remember that your energy is a beautiful thing. Your mind is a beautiful thing, as long as you utilize it in the best way possible to accomplish all you desire within your money and career. All right, Sagittarius? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best, sending you love and light, wishing you the best month possible, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Sagittarius.